That's a chilling discovery. The letter suggests your twin brother might still be alive or knew something critical about your mother before his supposed death. Here's how you might approach this. Verify the letter. Check the handwriting against other samples of your brother's from childhood, like old schoolwork or notes. Consider if someone else could have forged it. Context of the warning. Reflect on your mother's behavior then and now. Were there oddities around your brother's death? Secrecy, inconsistencies, or unexplained actions? Investigate discreetly. Search for clues in your childhood home, more letters, photos, or records. Check official documents like a death certificate or hospital reports. Avoid confronting your mother until you have more information. Trusted allies. Share this with someone close like your fiancé, but keep the circle small. They can help you think clearly and watch for red flags. Stay safe. If your brother's warning is true, your mother might be hiding something dangerous. Be cautious about what you reveal or where you search. The letter was yellowed, its edges brittle, tucked inside the false bottom of my old toy chest, a secret spot only my twin brother Ethan and I knew about. My fingers trembled as I unfolded it, the familiar loops of his handwriting slicing through 15 years of grief like a fresh wound. The note was short, scrawled in blue crayon, the kind we used to scribble pirate maps and secret codes. Eli, if you find this, I'm not gone. They lied. Don't trust Mom. She knows. My breath caught. The room spun, childhood memories flooding back, Ethan's laugh, his crooked grin, the way he'd tug my sleeve to sneak out for midnight adventures. He'd drowned, they said, swept away in the river behind our house during a summer storm. I'd seen the search parties, the solemn faces, Mom's tears. No body was ever found, but the casket was closed, the funeral final. I was 8, too young to question it. Now, at 23, the night before my wedding, doubt gnawed at me. I sat on the floor of my old bedroom, the letter in my lap, my white dress hanging like a ghost in the corner. Why now? Why this? The house was quiet. My fiancé, Sam, asleep downstairs in the guest room. Mom was in her room, probably fussing over tomorrow's flowers or the seating chart. She'd been her usual self all week, doting, a little overbearing, thrilled about the wedding. But Ethan's words burned. She knows. I crept to the attic where Mom kept old boxes, photo albums, school projects, Ethan's things. The stairs creaked, and I froze, listening for movement below. Nothing. The attic smelled of dust and mildew, moonlight filtering through a cracked window. I found a box labeled Ethan in Mom's neat cursive. Inside were his clothes, a stuffed bear, and a folder of school records. At the bottom, a sealed envelope caught my eye. No name, no address, just a faint coffee stain. I tore it open. A single Polaroid slid out. Ethan, older, maybe 16, standing in a park I didn't recognize. Same dark eyes, same freckles across his nose. My heart pounded. On the back, in his handwriting, August 2018. I'm okay, Eli. Find me. 7 years after his death. He was alive, or had been. My mind raced. Why hide this? Why fake his death? And Mom, what did she know? A floorboard groaned behind me. I spun, clutching the photo. Mom stood in the doorway, her nightgown pale in the moonlight, her face unreadable. Eli, she said softly. What are you doing up here? My throat tightened. The letter's warning screamed in my head. I slipped the Polaroid into my pocket, forcing a smile. Just reminiscing. Couldn't sleep. Her eyes flicked to the open box, then back to me. You should rest. Big day tomorrow. I nodded, brushing past her, my skin prickling. Downstairs, I locked my bedroom door, the Polaroid and letter hidden under my pillow. Sleep was impossible. Ethan was out there somewhere, and Mom was hiding something. I had to find him, but first I had to survive the wedding. The morning of my wedding dawned gray, clouds heavy with the threat of rain. I stood in front of the mirror, my reflection pale in the white dress, the Polaroid and Ethan's letter tucked into a hidden pocket I'd sewn into the lining. Sam's laughter drifted up from the backyard, where he was helping set up chairs with my cousins. Everything felt surreal, vows and flowers and toasts, while my twin brother's ghost loomed over me, hadn't slept. All night, I'd replayed Mom's expression in the attic, calm, but her eyes had lingered too long on that box. Did she suspect I'd found something? The Polaroid burned against my thigh, Ethan's teenage face proof of a lie I couldn't unsee. I needed answers, but today wasn't the day to chase them. Or was it? At breakfast, Mom fussed over me, adjusting my veil, her hands warm and steady. You look beautiful, Eli, she said, smiling. I searched her face for cracks, a twitch, a flicker of guilt, but found nothing. Just the mother I'd always known. The Aun, who'd bandaged my knees and cried at my graduations. Could she really have hidden Ethan's survival? Staged his death? Why? I excused myself to the bathroom, locking the door. I pulled out the pew who'd bandaged my knees and cried at my graduations. Could she really have hidden Ethan's survival? Staged his death? Why? I excused myself to the bathroom, locking the door. I pulled out the Polaroid, studying it again. Ethan stood by a fountain, a stone angel spitting water behind him. The park looked urban, with tall buildings in the distance. I didn't recognize it, but the date, August 2018, gave me a starting point. I snapped a photo of the Polaroid with my phone and texted it to my best friend Lila, who lived in Chicago and had a knack for digging up obscure details. Can you figure out where this is? Urgent. Don't ask why yet. Her reply came fast. On it. You okay? I typed fine and deleted it. I wasn't fine. Instead, I pocketed the phone and returned to the chaos of wedding prep. The ceremony was a blur. Sam's vows, warm and earnest, the crowd's applause, the weight of my ring. I smiled through it, but my eyes kept darting to Mom, standing in the front row, dabbing her eyes. Was it pride or performance? After the photos, I slipped away to the house, claiming I needed a moment alone. Sam squeezed my hand, oblivious to the storm inside me. "Love you," he whispered. I nodded, guilt twisting my gut. I hadn't told him about Ethan yet. I needed proof before dragging him into this. Upstairs, I rifled through Mom's desk in her study, heart pounding. I didn't know what I was looking for. Letters, receipts, anything tying her to Ethan's disappearance or survival. In a locked drawer, pried open with a paperclip, I found a small notebook. Pages of dates and numbers, cryptic, like a code. One entry, dated July 2011, the month Ethan drowned, read, transfer complete. New contact, R. Safe. My pulse raced. Was R someone who helped hide Ethan? A hospital record from that summer caught my eye, clipped to the back. Patient discharged, no ID, no name, just a scribbled note in Mom's handwriting. E moved. Eli? Mom's voice came from the hall. I froze, shoving the notebook into my dress pocket as the door opened. She stood there, holding a glass of champagne, her smile tight. "Guests are asking for you." "Yeah, coming," I said, brushing past her. My skin crawled. She knew something. I was sure of it now. Back at the reception, Lila texted, "Fountains in Lincoln Park, Chicago, near the zoo. Want me to check it out? Chicago. 6 hours away. Ethan could be there, or at least he had been." I glanced at Sam, laughing with his groomsmen, then at Mom, watching me from across the lawn. I couldn't stay here playing happy bride while Ethan's trail was fresh. But leaving now meant risking everything. My new marriage, my safety, maybe even the truth. I slipped into the house again, grabbed my purse, and scribbled a note for Sam. "I'm okay, just need a few hours. I'll explain. Love you." I left it on our bed, my heart aching. Then I changed into jeans, stuffed the dress in a bag, and snuck out the back door to my car. As I sped toward the highway, my phone buzzed. Mom. I ignored it. Another call. Sam. I let it go to voicemail, tears stinging my eyes. The notebook and Polaroid sat on the passenger seat, Ethan's handwriting echoing in my head. Find me. The drive to Chicago was a 6-hour blur of headlights and heartbeats, the Polaroid and Mom's notebook my only anchors. Rain streaked the windshield as I pulled into Lincoln Park at dawn, the city waking under a slate-gray sky. The stone angel fountain loomed ahead, just like in Ethan's photo, its water trickling like a whispered secret. I clutched the Polaroid, my breath shallow. Was he here? Had he been waiting all these years? I'd ignored 3 more calls from Mom and a string of texts from Sam, his worry escalating from, "Where are you?" to Eli, "Please, call me." Guilt gnawed at me, but I couldn't turn back. Not yet. The notebook's cryptic entry, transfer complete. New contact, R, safe. And the hospital record, E moved, burned in my mind. Ethan hadn't drowned. Mom had orchestrated something, and R was the key. I wandered the park, the early morning joggers and dog walkers oblivious to my mission. At the fountain, I sat on a bench, scanning faces, half expecting Ethan's to appear. My phone buzzed. Lila. "Found something," her voicemail said. "Call me." I dialed, hands shaking. "Eli, you're scaring me," Lila said. "I dug into public records near Lincoln Park, 2018. There's a shelter a block away that logged an Ethan, no last name as a runaway, age 16. Matches your brother's description. They referred him to a caseworker named Rachel Vargas, initial R. I've got her last known address." My heart leapt. "Text it to me." The address was a 10-minute walk, a narrow brownstone squeezed between a coffee shop and a laundromat. I knocked, gripping the notebook. A woman in her 40s answered, her dark hair streaked with gray, eyes sharp but kind. "Rachel Vargas? I asked. She nodded, wary. Who's this? I'm Eli. I'm looking for my brother, Ethan. I showed her the Polaroid. Her face paled, recognition flickering. You're his twin, she said, stepping back. Come in. Inside, Rachel's living room was cluttered with files and photos, a social worker's chaos. She sat me down, her voice low. Your brother came to me in 2018. He was scared, said he'd been hidden for years, moved around. He wouldn't say by who, but he mentioned a woman, someone controlling his life. Mom, I whispered, my stomach twisting. What did she do? Rachel hesitated. Ethan didn't know the full story, but he said she'd staged his death to protect him. From what, he wasn't sure. Something about a debt, a dangerous person. She sent him to a foster network under a new name. He ran away when he turned 16, trying to find you. I pulled out the notebook, showing her the entry. Is that you? She nodded. Your mother contacted me in 2011, said Ethan needed a safe place, no questions asked. I arranged his first placement. She paid me to keep quiet. Anger surged, but I held it back. Where is he now? Rachel's eyes softened. He left Chicago in 2019, said he was heading west, maybe California, to start over. He left a message for you in case you ever came looking. She handed me a folded paper from a locked drawer. It was Ethan's handwriting again. Eli, I'm sorry I couldn't stay. I'm alive, free now, don't hate Mom. She was scared. Find me in San Diego, near the pier. I'll wait every summer. Tears blurred my vision. He was alive. I thanked Rachel, promising to keep her secret, and stepped into the morning. Light. My phone rang again. Mom. This time I answered. Eli, where are you? Her voice was frantic, but I heard the edge, the control. Chicago, I said coldly. I know about Ethan. Silence. Then a sob. I had to protect him. Your father. He owed money to bad people. They threatened you both. Faking his death was the only way. I gripped the phone, torn between rage and pity. Why didn't you tell me? I couldn't risk it. Eli, come home, please. I'm not coming back yet, I said, hanging up. I texted Sam. Found Ethan's trail. San Diego. I'm okay. I'll call soon. Love you. I couldn't face Mom, not yet. Not until I saw Ethan. 2 days later, I stood on a San Diego pier, the Pacific stretching endless before me. The summer crowd bustled, but I scanned for him, those dark eyes, that crooked grin. A tap on my shoulder made me turn. A man, 23, freckles faded but unmistakable, smiled hesitantly. Eli? Ethan. I threw my arms around him, sobbing. He hugged me back, solid, real. I waited every summer, he said. Knew you'd find me. We talked for hours. His years in hiding, Mom's desperate deal, the truth about Dad's debts to a loan shark who'd threatened us as kids. Ethan had escaped to build a life, but he'd never stopped hoping I'd come. I told him about the wedding, Sam, the letter. We laughed, cried, pieced together the lost years. I called Sam that night, telling him everything. He was hurt but promised to meet me in San Diego. I didn't call Mom, not yet. Ethan and I agreed to face her together, to unravel the rest of her secrets, but for now, we sat on the pier, watching the sunset, twins reunited against the odds. The notebook stayed in my pocket, a reminder of the lies we'd overcome. Ethan squeezed my hand. We're okay now, he said, and for the first time in 15 years, I believed it.